So why we choose Python? Because it's created in this 1991 by this person, and it's because it have a large library and it's open source, support like functional and OO procedure also. So it's also introduction programming language. Oh. Now we do the first printing function, which is you can print this way by adding the variables together, provided it's a string, an integer, or a float. Now this part is a string which prints the value of this, and to continue the printing you put a comma. Then now we focus on the comment. So comment, you can use a single line single code, but it only prints a single line. Test now. So this is a single code. And you also can use a double code to do the same thing. Now, what is special about Python is because you can use a triple single quotes to do multi-lines. So when you run, you will see it's showing to it's going to print the multi-lines with triple single quotes. You also can use the string way to do it. So basically you declare the F string here, and the things that you want to type in here, and followed by the variables. So now for the variables type, you can use multi-assign way to declare a variable. So variables is only like have no special keys, only caps and small letters, digits, and underscore. But variables cannot be started with digits. So now multi-assign. So A is 1, B is G, is C is 0.3, which A is an integer. So, and you also can use a single line to assign it. So let's test the variables now. So A is 1, which returns an integer. B is this one returns a float. C and one returns a string. B thing is true, so it will return boolean. But for boolean, you only can allow true or false. Now is the input function. So input function is only if by default it's going to return a string unless you do typecasting for it, like float name, then it will give you the float. If you do integer, it will give you integer. And now for arithmetics. So arithmetics is you can do 10 divided by 3, which is you can print to check 10 divided 10 divide and float it, so it's going to give you 3 as 3 is the lower bound. But what if you do single slash? It will give you 3.333. How about minus? It will give you minus 3.3. And this one, it will give you minus 4. As minus 4 is the lower bound of negative 10 divided by 3. Now for modulus. So 10 divided by 3. So if as 10 divided by 2, it gives you 5 with no remainders. But what if I give you 3? It will give you 1. So now it's multiplied, which has a star. And star is give you the power of 3. 10 to the power of 3 plus is add minus is subtract. Now for the increment, so x is by default 1, so you can do this way to increase it, or you can do this way. What about minus? So minus is the same thing, but change the plus to minus. Yeah. So we can also use the round function to check. So 3.5 give you 4, which is correct. But what about 2.5? It will return you 2 as it will round off to the nearest even number. Now you can use some of the math libraries by importing math. Now for the for loop. So the for loop is for every variables inside. Use the starting point, the ending point, and the increment. But for the ending point, it minus 1 away. So you can do this way where the starting is 1 and the ending is 4 minus 1, and the steps to increase it. Now the print part is what you want it to do. Now for the while loop. We can set a default value, so if the value is greater than 0, you will keep on adding the values. But what if you hit 0, it will stop the whole thing. So basically this part is the condition. This part, so it will keep on looping until this condition is false. So now for the string function. So you can click it to see